What's happening, trendsetters? Get ready to dive into the most electrifying updates that are shaping our world right now. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we, bringing you the pulse of everything that matters, faster than ever before. From unexpected comebacks to unfolding events that have everyone talking, you're about to get the inside scoop on what's hot, what's next, and what you absolutely cannot afford to miss. This is Google Trends Hub, and we're about to break it all down. First up, a major player in the media landscape is making a significant return to millions of households through a new streaming deal. After facing distribution challenges, this network is set to re-emerge on a major platform, promising a mix of in-depth news and entertainment. What does this comeback mean for the media ecosystem and for viewers looking for diverse content? Next, we're diving into a developing situation that highlights the complex relationship between technology platforms and content providers. A major streaming service is in tense negotiations that could impact access to popular channels, raising questions about content pricing and the future of distribution. We'll explore the stakes involved and what this could mean for your viewing experience. And finally, we're examining a deeply concerning incident where a manifesto shared online appears linked to a tragic event. Authorities are reviewing the content, which surfaced before a violent act, shedding light on the potential role of digital platforms in the dissemination of disturbing material. We'll break down what's known and the ongoing investigation. Stick around, because you won't want to miss a single second of this high-octane rundown. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. A major media outlet secures a wide distribution deal. In a significant development that could reshape the media consumption landscape, One America News, OAN, is poised for a substantial return to millions of American homes. This far-right cable channel, which had faced considerable challenges in maintaining its pay TV presence after heavily promoting claims regarding the 2020 election, has announced a new multi-year carriage agreement with YouTube TV. The deal, confirmed by OAN's parent company, Herring Networks, also includes OAN's companion lifestyle network, a wealth of entertainment, OAN. Viewers can anticipate the launch of both channels on YouTube TV's base package lineup, with an expected rollout by the end of 2025. Herring Networks expressed enthusiasm for the partnership, stating that YouTube TV viewers will gain access to 16 hours of live, breaking news coverage each weekday on OAN, as well as OAN's signature mix of travel, adventure, lifestyle, and family entertainment programming. This agreement signifies a remarkable turnaround for OAN, which saw its distribution severely curtailed in 2022. DirecTV, its largest carrier at the time, dropped the channel following billion-dollar defamation lawsuits filed by Dominion Voting Systems and Smartmatic, with Verizon subsequently following suit. This left OAN with virtually no major pay TV partners, pushing it to the brink of obscurity. The shift in OAN's distribution fortunes follows the settlement of most of its legal battles, including suits brought by Smartmatic, a former Dominion executive, and several Georgia election workers. While Dominion's case against OAN remains active, other outlets like Newsmax have also faced legal challenges, with Newsmax recently settling with Dominion for $67 million. OAN has also been cultivating renewed visibility, notably through the hiring of former Rep. Matt Gaetz as a primetime host in January, and an agreement with Trump advisor Kari Lake for OAN to provide news content to Voice of America, aligning with White House efforts to revamp the federally funded broadcaster. Richard Levine, president of distribution for OAN and OAN, highlighted the strategic importance of the YouTube TV partnership, noting that it makes it easier than ever for viewers nationwide to connect with our networks, from in-depth news reporting to inspiring entertainment. Justin Connolly, YouTube's global head of media, echoed this sentiment, stating the deal provides OAN access to our growing audience, while also giving our subscribers even more choice when it comes to news and entertainment. This move comes as YouTube TV solidifies its position as the largest pay TV provider in the U.S., surpassing Disney's traditional cable bundle with 9.4 million subscribers and an 11.6% share of TV usage, according to Nielsen data. The timing of OAN's announcement is noteworthy, occurring amidst tense negotiations between Google and Fox over a new carriage agreement, which could potentially lead to Fox News, Fox Sports, and Fox Business being removed from YouTube TV. Furthermore, the OAN deal reflects an evolving stance from YouTube itself. In 2020, the platform had suspended OAN for violating its COVID-19 misinformation policies and stripped it of ad revenue. OAN's readmission to YouTube's partner program last year restored its ability to monetize videos, signaling a shift in its approach to content moderation and platform partnerships. This development has drawn attention from various stakeholders, with some analysts pointing to YouTube's strategic expansion of content offerings as it competes for subscribers. Others have raised concerns about the platform's decision to carry a network previously flagged for misinformation, sparking debates about content responsibility and the definition of authoritative news sources in the digital age. But what does this comeback truly signify in the broader media battleground? Get ready, because next we're diving into the high-stakes negotiations that could shake up your favorite channels. Platform reversals and content wars ignite debate. In a move that has generated significant discussion and scrutiny, Google's YouTube platform appears to be reversing its previous stance on the far-right news network One America News, OAN. This shift comes as Google executives are simultaneously engaged in high-stakes negotiations with Fox Corporation, raising questions about the tech giant's content policies and its role in distributing potentially controversial media. The situation highlights a complex interplay between business interests, platform responsibility, and the evolving media landscape. Previously, in late 2020, YouTube took a firm position by suspending OAN, demonetizing its channel, and explicitly stating that it was not an authoritative source. At the time, YouTube cited OAN's extensive record of disseminating what it termed dangerous lies concerning topics ranging from COVID-19 to the 2020 election. YouTube emphasized its responsibility to shield users from corrosive disinformation and noted OAN's repeated violations of its misinformation policies. This decisive action positioned YouTube as a guardian against the spread of false narratives on its vast platform. However, less than 5 years later, a significant pivot has occurred. Google CEO Sundar Pichai and YouTube CEO Neil Mohan are now overseeing a carriage deal between YouTube TV and OAN. This agreement effectively places OAN onto one of the nation's largest digital pay TV platforms, providing a crucial lifeline to an outlet that had been largely sidelined by other major carriers. The partnership has been framed by some as Google offering a lifeline to a specific political outlet, positioning YouTube TV as a major distributor of what is often described as MAGA propaganda. YouTube's public stance on the deal appears to be one of unashamed endorsement. Justin Connolly, YouTube's global head of media, has reportedly praised the agreement. This apparent endorsement stands in stark contrast to its earlier condemnation of OAN's content. The narrative surrounding this reversal has ignited debate, with critics questioning the consistency of YouTube's content moderation policies and the potential implications of elevating outlets previously deemed unreliable. Beyond the OAN deal, the broader context includes intense negotiations between Google and Fox Corporation. These discussions, centered on content pricing and carriage terms, could result in the removal of Fox News, Fox Sports, and Fox Business from YouTube TV. This looming possibility underscores the broader tensions within the streaming industry, where platforms and content providers are locked in battles over the valuation of programming, especially live sports and news. Public reaction and commentary have been varied, with some applauding YouTube's move to expand content choice for its subscribers, while others express concern over the platform's perceived shift away from its earlier commitment to combating misinformation. Analysts are closely watching these developments, seeking to understand the strategic motivations behind Google's decisions and their potential impact on the future of online content distribution and platform accountability. This convergence of platform decisions and content disputes paints a complex picture of the modern media ecosystem. Now, let's turn our attention to a disturbing incident and the role of online manifestos in its aftermath. Manifesto shared online precedes tragic church shooting. Authorities are investigating a deeply disturbing incident involving a shooter who allegedly shared a manifesto online shortly before carrying out an attack at an Annunciation church in Minneapolis. The shooter, identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman, reportedly approached the church, shot through the windows into an area where children were present, and then died by suicide. The weapons used in the attack, a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, were recently purchased legally, and initial investigations suggest Westman acted alone, with no extensive prior criminal history. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara confirmed that investigators are aware of a video containing writings, timed for release on YouTube, which appears to be connected to the shooter. This content has since been removed and is currently under review as part of the effort to ascertain the motive behind the attack. Court documents indicate that Westman had legally changed her name from Robert to Robin in 2020 and identified as a woman. According to reports from KSDP, an investigative reporter viewed disturbing videos that showcased Westman's arsenal of firearms, ammunition, and what seemed to be a 4-page handwritten manifesto addressed to family and friends. The manifesto reportedly begins with an apology for the impact of the actions, stating, "I don't expect forgiveness. I do apologize for the effects my actions will have on your lives." The writings also express profound personal distress, with phrases like, "I was corrupted by this world and have learned to hate what life is. And I have wanted this for so long. I am not well. I am not right. I am a sad person, haunted by these thoughts that do not go away. I know this is wrong, but I can't seem to stop myself. I am severely depressed and have been suicidal for years. Only recently have I lost all hope and decided to perform my final action against this world." The manifesto concludes with a plea for prayers for the victims and their families. The videos also reportedly featured unsettling imagery, including a depiction of Jesus on a shooting target and stockpiled weapons adorned with memes, anti-religious sentiments, and tributes to mass murderers. Disturbingly, the individual in the video is seen displaying a white supremacy sign, using racial slurs, and wearing a shirt with a patch of the old Minnesota flag and the phrase, "Do it before the anxiety kicks in." The weaponry itself bore inscriptions referencing individuals linked to notorious massacres, including those at Sandy Hook Elementary School, the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, and the mosque shootings in Christchurch, New Zealand. Additionally, there were references to the Holocaust and calls for Israel to fall and burn. A journal written in what appears to be Cyrillic characters also contained a hand-drawn map of the church. The individual in the video also held a smoke bomb, which police confirmed was used during the attack. The revelation of the manifesto and the disturbing content shared online has prompted widespread discussion about the role of digital platforms in the radicalization process and the dissemination of extremist ideologies. Authorities are working to understand the full scope of the shooter's online activity and its connection to the attack. The incident raises critical questions about content moderation, the accessibility of violent material, and the potential for online platforms to be used to amplify hateful messages. This tragic event underscores the critical need to examine how dangerous ideologies can spread online. Coming up next, we're tracking a tense negotiation that could lead to a major content blackout. Content pricing dispute sparks potential YouTube TV blackout. In a high-stakes negotiation that could significantly impact millions of subscribers, YouTube TV and Fox Corporation are currently in a tense dispute over programming fees, leading to a potential blackout of Fox channels. While a short-term extension has been agreed upon to prevent immediate disruption, the underlying disagreements over content valuation, particularly for sports, remain unresolved. This situation highlights the ongoing friction between streaming services and content providers in the rapidly evolving media landscape. The core of the conflict lies in Fox's demand for higher programming fees compared to other content providers. YouTube has publicly stated that Fox is asking for payments that are far higher than what partners with comparable content offerings receive. This assertion suggests a significant gap in expectations regarding the financial terms of the carriage agreement. The negotiations are especially critical given Fox's role as a major provider of live sports content, including popular college football matchups and upcoming NFL and MLB events. The potential loss of these games would be a significant blow to YouTube TV's subscriber base, which relies on the platform for comprehensive sports coverage. The possibility of a blackout has drawn attention from regulatory bodies and public figures. Federal Communications Commission Chair Brendan Carr has voiced his disapproval, calling a potential blackout a terrible outcome and urging Google to reach a resolution to ensure continued access to vital sports and news programming. The timing of these negotiations adds pressure, as both college and professional sports seasons are either underway or about to begin, making uninterrupted access to channels like Fox Sports particularly crucial for viewers. YouTube TV, which boasts approximately 9.4 million subscribers as of early 2025, has established itself as the largest internet-delivered pay TV provider in the United States. The platform recently adjusted its base subscription price to $82.99 per month in 2024, citing the increasing costs of content acquisition. In the event of an extended blackout, YouTube TV has indicated that subscribers would be eligible for a $10 credit. As an alternative, users could access some Fox content through Fox One, a standalone streaming service offered by Fox for $19.99 per month. This is not the first time YouTube TV has encountered carriage disputes. Similar conflicts have arisen in the past with major content providers like Disney and Paramount, resulting in temporary service interruptions before agreements were eventually reached. These recurring disputes underscore the broader industry-wide challenge of determining fair value for live programming, especially sports, in an increasingly competitive streaming market. The outcome of the current negotiations with Fox will likely set a precedent for future carriage agreements and influence the strategies of both streaming platforms and content owners. Public reaction has been mixed, with many subscribers expressing frustration over the uncertainty and the potential loss of key channels. Analysts are observing the situation closely, noting that these disputes reflect the power dynamics at play between content creators and distributors in the digital age. The ability of platforms like YouTube TV to retain subscribers often hinges on their capacity to secure and maintain access to popular programming, making these negotiations critical for their market position. These content battles highlight the ever-shifting economics of the streaming world. Now, let's wrap up with a quick look back at all the stories we've covered today. And that's a wrap on today's trends. We saw One America News securing a major comeback on YouTube TV, sparking conversations about platform partnerships. Then, we dove into the high-stakes negotiations between Fox and YouTube TV that could lead to a content blackout. We also covered the disturbing case of a manifesto linked to a tragic church shooting, highlighting online content concerns. Finally, we examined the complex media landscape and platform decisions shaping what we watch. Don't miss out on future updates. Like this video, subscribe to Google Trends Hub, hit that notification bell, leave a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all social platforms to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.